And we are live. And once again, this was triggered by a text from a buddy of mine about this Kimberly Cheatle. I can't believe that's actually her name, Cheatle. Anyway, evidently she's resigned. Try to move this down just a little bit so you can see the Bitcoin logo here, because that's going to save us all. But anyway, she resigned. Okay, she quit. She's a quitter. She, just like Biden, said, no, I'm going to hang in there. I'm not going to resign. I have no intention to resign. My place is with the Secret Service. I'm all that in a bag of chips. Even though I was a DEI hire, I can handle it. I'm going to get to the bottom of all this. You know, even though it was a total disaster up in Butler, Pennsylvania, I'm going to get to the bottom of all this. I'm going to correct whatever is wrong. And I'm hanging in there. I'm not going anywhere. Just like Biden said, no, I won't. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. When I get knocked down, I get back up. I get back up. I'm staying in the race. I'm the best thing for America. Are all these people liars? Are all these people pathological liars? What the hell's going on? You know, why can't they just say nothing? Why do they have to lie? Why do they have to come right out and lie? Why couldn't Biden have just said, you know, no comment or whatever? You know, if you're going to lie, I mean, just don't say anything. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Can you guys tell me? Let me get this down a little more. Can you guys explain to me in the chat why these politicians have to lie all the time? Why we can't trust anything they say? Okay. And this is going to segue into what I've been talking about the last couple of live streams. We can't trust these people. We can't count on them. Okay. And my buddy, who texts me all the time about this stuff, he eats, sleeps, and breathes politics, right? None of these people are going to save him. Okay. They're not going to save him. I'm okay because I have Bitcoin. Okay. They can't mess with that. That's the beauty of Bitcoin, is it is honest. Okay. You can trust it. It is math. It is 2 + 2 = 4. Okay. It's as simple as that. This is not complicated. Okay. But these people, these politicians, clearly, all they want is power, influence, and the money that comes along with that. They all get wealthy. We talked about that in the last live stream. They all go into office, sometimes, you know, relatively wealthy, and then they come out super wealthy. Or they come into office poor and they come out wealthy, right? They never come out the same way as they went in financially. All right. They always gain significantly financially from being in office. All right. So there's something wrong with that picture, isn't there? Isn't there something wrong? They're supposed to be public servants, right? They're supposed to be paid a salary. But why would they have to come out rich? Why does that have to happen? Biden should have announced months ago that he was not going. Well, yeah, this is the thing. These people are dishonest, okay? They are dishonest. They don't tell the truth. And the problem is the incentives that are built into the system now make it almost impossible for them to tell the truth, all right? Because it's all a power grab. It's all influence. It's all, you know, these lobbyists and all. We talked about how 8 of the 10 wealthiest counties are all around Washington, D.C. All these people are making money, making bank off the government, off the federal government in particular. And I talked about in my previous post how the federal government should be very small and should have very limited powers. Okay, that's the way the founding fathers wanted it. They wanted a very small, very weak federal government, right? And now people think we need to be strong. You know, we need to have this huge military. We need to be the leader of the free world. They talk about the next president is going to be the leader of the free world, or the leader of the world, not free, because most of those people aren't free. Why? What the hell are they talking about? Why should we be the leader of the world? Why can't we focus on just making things great here at the United States? And this is not an endorsement of Trump. This is not an endorsement of Harris or whoever. They're all going to be spending money like drunken sailors. I don't think any of them are going to shrink government. I think Trump will probably be better for businesses as far as relaxing regulations and different things that he's going to do. But the bottom line is the federal government has gotten huge. It's gotten out of control. And I don't know if one man can fix that. Maybe it'd be great if he could, but I've got the insurance policy here. I've got Bitcoin, so it doesn't really matter if he does or he doesn't. You know, Bitcoin's going to be just fine because they have no say in the matter. That's the distinction here. They have no say in the matter. All right. And if people say, well, uh, Harris, oh, she didn't do anything, while she was in government and all. Because here's the thing, I don't want people in the government to do things. I want the people to do things. I want the people to build things. I want the people to build businesses, okay? 100 years ago, half of the people owned their own business. Now I think it's less than 20%. Maybe you guys can check and put a comment as far as what the actual percentage is, but it's gone way down, okay? We used to be people that did it on our own. We built businesses, we built this country, okay? Even during the late 1800s, the Gilded Age, these people, Carnegie, Rockefeller, all these people, they took the bull by the horns and they built all that infrastructure. They built the railroads, they built the roads, they built the bridges. They did all these things with very little help from government, okay? There wasn't even a federal income tax, all right? And that was supposed to be a temporary thing, by the way. And so this has gotten totally out of control. The federal government has gotten huge. They want to run everything. Why do we have the United States of America? Why do we need 50 states? If the government is just going to run everything, we don't need individual states, right? So this has gotten out of control. Hopefully it will get under control at some point. In the meantime, have your insurance policy, have some Bitcoin set aside in cold storage and what we call self-custody, so that nobody can mess with it. That's very important. And then you can relax a little bit because you're okay. All right, you're okay no matter what calamities come down the road and so on. No matter what happens, Bitcoin is going to be just fine. Okay. So let me know what you guys think about all this. These people are quitters. They're liars. They all said they wouldn't quit. Biden said repeatedly he would not quit. This gal, the Secret Service gal, repeatedly said that she would not quit. Okay, and then she did a certain type of person becomes a politician. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. See, the incentives are all messed up. Okay, if you want to be a public servant, let's say that you created a business and it thrived and it did well, you became relatively wealthy, and you want to give back to the community, and you want to go into public service and actually do what's good for the constituents. It's good for the people that live in your area. But you're not doing it to get rich because you're already wealthy, right? That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be you come into government to get wealthy, right? Because then the incentives are totally messed up, where you've got people paying you, pharmaceutical companies, whoever, that are influencing you so that you can do things to favor them, right? We call these special interest groups, right? And so this turns the whole thing on its head, where you're no longer serving your community, okay? You're serving the money people, all right? And that's what we've gotten to. We've gotten to a totally corrupt system where it's controlled by these big corporations and so on and so forth, these special interest groups. And so the incentives are not aligned properly, okay? I guess is what I'm saying. With Bitcoin, the incentives are very simple. All Bitcoin does is it's keeping a ledger all around the world of who owns what Bitcoin. And it's doing it in a secure way that cannot be influenced by outside parties, okay? It is done by math, by code, okay? That cannot easily be changed. It's very, very difficult to change the code, and basically, I mean, you can research it and so on. It'd be impossible, for example, to have more than 21 million Bitcoin. That's the total number there will ever be, period. So it's a fixed supply asset that anyone can own, that no government can control, no big corporation can control, no wealthy people can control. And so it's a fair, level playing field, unlike the government system that we have right now that is not fair and is not level, okay? So this is the situation we're in, and we'll just see another example of it today, where these people are liars, or they're quitters, and they just can't be trusted. It's as simple as that. It's a question of, can you trust or can you not trust? I trust Bitcoin. All right, that's what I'm choosing to trust. You guys, gals, trust what you want to trust, but if you trust the government and you think they're going to fix things for you, I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to go for a hike, but I wanted to get this out real quick because, like I said, I got another text from my buddy, and he was commenting about all this, and I'll tell you, I don't know where we're going from here. I don't know what's going to happen next. Are they going to off Biden? Is that what they're going to do next? Get him out of the way? I don't know. I mean, he's already decided not to run for president. What's the next step? So every day we seems like we got something going on. So maybe I'll do a live tomorrow if there's some sort of wild thing that happens tomorrow. But in the meantime, get out there, have a good time, and stack some Bitcoin. Make sure it's in self-custody. And I'll put a link down in the description to my Bitcoin page if you want to learn about it. Take care now.